What up, YouTube? It's your boy Anime Specialist. So this was a really good episode. I really like how they did it. The thing that I liked the most was the strategy, especially from Erwin. Obviously, it was mostly on his side of the story. It was mostly on his perspective. We didn't hear the Beast Titan talk about his strategy or anything. But because Erwin is really, really smart, he basically knows what the Beast Titan wants to do. So we basically learned that Reiner, Berthold, and the Beast Titans' plan is to imprison the scouts in this area right there, because we already know that they want to kidnap Eren because he has the coordinate Titan, and we all know that humans at some point are gonna starve to death. So that was a pretty good plan. This Titan right there is one of the weirdest Titans that I've ever seen in this show. And Erwin said something pretty interesting. He said that this Titan is intelligent. So is it that there's a human controlling it, or it's just a Titan that is intelligent? So that's a pretty interesting thought. The Beast Titan's plan was also to kill the horses so that the scouts can escape, because where they are right now, there's no forest, there's nothing, so the only way that they can escape is by horses. So that was also pretty smart. But this shot right there of Reiner in his armored Titan form, I think it's the first time that we've seen him use hardening on his hands and feet. So that was pretty cool. Because he's so strong physically, I didn't think that he needed to harden himself, because we all know that all over his body is hardening. So I didn't know that he needed to harden himself even more to climb the wall. But yeah, I really thought it was cool to see, because at this point we only saw Annie and Eren use the hardening ability, so that was really, really cool. But in this shot right there, man, we can see Levi's blade still in Reiner's neck. This was kind of crazy that it was still there. At some point his Titan body rejected the blade, but it was crazy to see Levi's blade still in Reiner's neck. He explained that if he didn't put his mind in his body before Levi cut and put his blade in Reiner's neck, he would have been dead. So I think he said consciousness or something like that. So that was pretty interesting. I think it's the first time that we've heard of this kind of technique. Then we saw for the first time Eren using his hardening ability on his knuckles, and that was really cool to see, because now he can go head to head against the armored Titan. Before he couldn't, because the armored Titan was way too strong, but now he can go head to head. His hardening ability is concentrated on his knuckles, so his punches will be even stronger than the armored Titan's skin. His hardening on his face and everything over his body. So that's why Eren was able to just beat the hell up the armored Titan. I think it was really nice to see Eren fight level-headed for once, because usually he fights with his rage. He defeated Annie with his rage only, not because he was killed, but because he was angry and everything. And then we saw him fight Reiner for the first time when he revealed that he was the armored Titan. He was kind of mad, but still he was beginning to think before he fought. And in this episode he just transformed and waited for Reiner to catch up to him, and he was calculating every hits that he did. So it was really nice to see Eren level-headed and fighting Reiner like that. My favorite part of the episode wasn't even Eren fighting Reiner or Mikasa and the other scouts fighting Reiner. My favorite part of the episode was just Erwin admitting that he cares more about what he wants than humanity itself. So he basically explained that he wants to know the origin of this world, and the only thing that he really cared about was the basement. Aaron's basement where the truth is, so that was really cool. I think it was a really good moment in this episode, especially this shot right there where he basically sacrifices everyone to his benefits to know what he wants, to have what he wants, so yeah, I really like this part right there. And we already knew that, but just seeing Erwin admitting it and confirming it for us was nice to see. And like I said, it was my favorite personal moment of this episode. Not saying that the other things that we saw wasn't cool, but I think my favorite part of the episode in general was Erwin talking about his strategy, talking about the Beast Titan strategy and everything. So that was personally my favorite part of the episode, Erwin. Another thing that I liked is that Armin is basically the third in command behind Erwin and Anji. And I'm just saying that I think Erwin is the smartest guy in the scouts, but I think Armin may be on his level or maybe even smarter, so I really like Armin's role in this arc so far. Now we gotta talk about the new weapons that the scouts develop, specifically for the Armored Titan. We know that the blades didn't work because the Armored Titan has armor all around his body, but this weapon right there is kind of like a rocket, and it's an explosive, and like I said, they specifically made it for the Armored Titan, and it worked as hell, man. At first we saw Mikasa use it for the first time. I really liked this shot right there of it, and after that we saw Anji, Koni, Sasha, John, and every one of them use it. At first we saw, like I said, Mikasa and Anji use it on Reiner's Armored Titan eyes, and then we saw Connie and the rest of them use it on Reiner's nape. At first it just destroyed the armor around his nape, and then they used it again, all of them together at Reiner's nape, and that's how the episode finished, so that was a cool way to end it. Just seeing Reiner's face was saying a lot, that's the first time probably that we've seen him this worried, so those weapons right there are revolutionary, this is big, but obviously they're really dangerous. If they're too close to it, they're gonna be caught in the explosion. That's why they have a string to trigger it from distance, so that was also pretty smart. But yeah, man, just seeing and I think it's the first time that I've seen Reiner's nape in this show. I'm not sure, maybe there's other episode that we saw it, but it's really highly protected, that's the first time I've seen it, and I just don't know, look, man, it looks gross, but anyway, it worked. They all attacked at the same time, and like I said, that's how the episode ended, man. So I thought it was a really good episode. I liked the dialogue more than the action, but the action was still great, so let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next, man, because so far we've only seen the Armored Titan in action. We saw the Beast Titan give orders in this episode, but beside that we didn't see him do anything, and we still haven't seen Bertold transforming into his Colossal Titan. So it's gonna be epic, man. My question is, why didn't they help Reiner earlier, because now I think I've read the manga, but it's not going well for Reiner, so yeah, man, like I said, let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Attack on Titan reviews every Sunday, so subscribe for that, and I do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayers on Saturday, and One Piece reviews on Saturday also. Thank you a lot for watching. We're now at 52 subscribers. That's amazing. A few months ago I was like at 20 subscribers, so thank you a lot for that. Thank you for supporting me and everything. But yeah, man, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.